Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. It's Tuesday, so it's Trading Card Tuesday. Today we are looking at some cards from the Walt Disney classic sci-fi film Tron. There are 8 cards and 1 sticker. In each one, a bonus authentic Tron sticker, tips for winning the Tron video game. For a system probably most of you don't own. These were put out by Donruss in, I think, 1981. That makes sense since that's when the movie came out. These are kind of hard to find too. They do tend to be very expensive. Not overly expensive, but more expensive than you'd think. So you're going to see these for about $3 or $4 a pack, depending on when you buy them and if any new stuff is coming out. They had a couple of spin-offs like a cartoon, and they had Tron Legacy, which came out, that's been a while now. But every now and then Disney tries to do something with it, and for some reason it doesn't work, but it should, because Tron was awesome. And visually a very stunning film, and the cards are no different. So we got 8 cards and a sticker, so let's see what's inside here. This is one of the rare ones where I don't think there's any gum in here. So that was kind of unusual even for Donruss at the time. So let's see what we've got. A lot of people do collect the wax, like I always say, so I'm going to carefully open this up and see what we've got in here. Alright, so here's our image on the wax paper. These wax papers have held up pretty well over the years. Usually what you'll have to look for is where the gum would come out and the corners where the edges of the cards were. Since there's no gum in these packs, you don't have to worry too much about a lot of ripping. You just have to look at the corners to make sure they're not ripped. You're going to have some wear there, but otherwise the wax paper is held up pretty well for being 30 some years old. So let's see what we've got. First we've got card number 32, card number 24, card number 6, there's Tron by the way, card number 55, yeah, look at all the lights and colors, it just kind of really comes together, and the logo even looks kind of cool. Card number 33, card number 47, this is Jeff Bridges, I think. Or, no, Bruce Boxleiter. Card number 2. Yeah, that's Jeff Bridges. Bruce Boxleiter played Tron. And card number 27. Very early computer graphics. And then our sticker is Entry Pack. The Tron video game. I don't think the stickers are numbered. No, it's not. That's a little disappointing. But there's a game start entry rack. When starting play Tron, the player begins in the center maze consisting of 4 colored areas. Each area represents a domain of Tron's electronic world. By moving a bright green spot at the center of the maze, the player selects his domain and begins play. If he fails to select before the countdown timer expires, the machine will select for him. After competition or failure in each domain, he will appear in the center of the maze and will be asked to select a domain again. And then you can write down your score and the date. So there's that. But interestingly, unlike a lot of other cards, none of these have any flavor text on the back. They're all puzzle pieces. So there's somebody's waist. And you can see the blue border on the edges here. And as I recall, the set isn't that big, but you did get 8 cards and a sticker. So even though there's no gum, a lot of these packs would only have like 5 to 10 cards, so it's not that unusual. It was unusual there was no gum, but the number of cards wasn't a hindrance in that regard. And quite frankly, the gum wasn't that good most of the time anyway. So let's see what pack number 2's got. Alright, first card is number 5. Then card number 27, which is different than this one. We have card number 8, card number 25, card number 15, card number 51, which is the movie poster. I always like that image. Just looked cool to me. Then we have card number 23 and card number 4. And lastly, we have the I/O Tower sticker. The I/O Tower Input-Output Tower. In this challenge, Tron is armed with this flight disc and must destroy the deadly grid bugs that emerge from the grid surrounding the I/O Tower. As the grid bugs grow outward from tiny squares to mature adults, they multiply and populate the entire screen if not stopped. If they touch Tron, they can de-res him. They put that in quotes. So his objective is to enter the I/O Tower to gain another disc, increasing his firepower before the timer expires. Now, of course, they have the score and date boxes so you can track your progress. And you can see how primitive the graphics were in 1981. It's come a long way since then, because there's Tron down there, and it's almost a stick figure. But these games were really advanced for the time, and they were really colorful. Discs of Tron was a really sought after game, and you'd have to wait in line to play that one. And the other Tron game was really good. Then there was Light Cycles of Tron. They were real popular games because they were so bright. They had almost this neon look to them, and I think the success of the games was pretty impressive because I always saw lines of people waiting to play, and they were very hard games. But as for these cards, you do get quite a bit of imagery. The puzzles on the back, that's kind of cool. So you can try and complete the puzzle. Like there's part of his head. There's another piece of his head. There's another one. Oh, we've got most of Tron's head. This one might be a different person, I'm not sure. And then, so you get a pretty fair number of cards. The cards have held up pretty well. They're slightly higher quality than some of the other cards we've looked at, but they're still really just standard cardboard. The coloring is just brighter, I think, so that it looks a little better. It doesn't have the little discolorations that you would see with most cardboard cards, like the ones we looked at previously. A lot of them that were on the back of these, the puzzle pieces, would have like little, almost like areas that were missed by the ink, and you don't get that with these. It was very heavily inked, so there's no discolorations or making it look faded. It actually looks like they did when they were supposed to. So the faces really kind of pop with the colors. So that's really cool, and I still say that if you frame the puzzles, it would probably look kind of cool on a wall. But a lot of the pictures are really cool. Like this one, look at how well done that is. It's taken from a film cell, and it's very well centered. You get a lot of really cool shots. So it's not a lazy job for design. And you get the movie poster shot there. I really like that one. So yeah, I think Disney and Donruss did a really good job with these cards. Very good quality. They are just cardboard like most cards, but the fact they went the extra mile to make the color really sink in and not have it look faded, especially after 30 some years, I think that's an excellent point of sale. And if you're a fan of Disney movies or memorabilia, being a completionist myself, I would have gone after these. But I'm not a huge Disney person, but I do love this movie. And a long time ago, I think I had most of the set. I don't think I ever completed it. But these cards are kind of hard to find, and if you like Tron, science fiction, pop culture, just trading cards, these might be a good strange one to track down and add to your collection. But they've held up really well. I'm real impressed with that. Good job, Donruss. We're all proud of you. But that'll do it for this episode. We've seen what's inside the Tron full color trading cards from 1981. 8 cards and a sticker. So that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. We hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.